Are you
Well, this is it. Our final trip before we say goodbye to our trusty tow rig, the Victorian High Country, and travelling for a little while. We spent the last few months towing our caravan through some of Victoria's most rugged, remote and beautiful places. But today, as we take on the Dargo High Plains Road, we discover a camp that might just be the best one yet.
And I think this morning just tops it.
It's the perfect send-off. One last sketchy track.
What's happening?
That's not a good one.
A final fire under the stars, and a bit of R&R before we dive headfirst into building our dream tow rig. Join us this week on another episode of our Australia trip as we wrap up this chapter with what could be the best free camp in the whole of Australia.
Guys, we are just driving along the ridge of Mount Hotham.
It's bloody awesome. We are getting this episode off to a cracker. Up in the mountains again, Victorian High Country, episode 4. It's been the best. I love it.
Look at those views, look at that drop off.
This might be the best episode on the Vic High Country yet, because we are heading to probably one of the most epic roads in the Victorian High Country, the Dargo High Plains Road. Home to stunning free camps, feeling like you're camping up in the clouds. I mean, does it get much better than this? Four-wheel driving. Yeah, we haven't done a lot of four-wheel driving in the Vic High Country, but we will be in this episode, I imagine. Mate, if you fell off there, gone. Oh, makes me honestly feel a little bit sick. This is some epic scenery. We're just looking for the summit of Mount Hotham. Not sure if you can get the van up there, but we're going to try. We shall know in about 100 metres.
Check out
The van is, I tell you what, it's precariously parked up there and it has quite a few rocks under the wheels, so fingers crossed it's all there when we get back because it's pretty steep around here. Oh dear.
I have a fun fact. That point up there where we parked the van is the highest sealed road point in, was it Australia?
Yeah, I think
it's
so.
In Australia. So our van at the moment is the highest caravan in Australia.
On a sealed road.
On a sealed road.
With a little asterisk. All right, we're gonna hit Mount Hotham and then we're gonna walk along what's called the Razorback Ridge. So it should be a pretty special day. It'd be rude not to. I mean, look at the conditions on it. The Mount Hotham summit. Welcome.
Thank you. Oh, you can literally see 360 degrees.
I can see our house from here. That's wind's blowing this way, so that smoke's all coming this way. So we've got to get this bloody walk done before it gets covered in smoke. And I reckon, as far as the eye can see out there, that has to be Dargo High Plains Road. Look at that monster all the way down. Oh, it's going to be a sick campsite tonight. I've got a good feeling about this one.
I've just found this little building. Oh. Whoa.
It's cool, it's like a little refuge from the, I don't know, would you camp here? Probably. A little camp.
It's pretty warm in here, hey?
It's toasty, that's why I feel like this is being hot. Not smoky.
Yeah, it
Could you
does.
sleep here? Probably. I don't know.
Cool.
Interesting.
People have been here. Look at that.
Tell you what, you definitely get warm on a cold winter's day in here, I reckon.
Yeah. Maybe this is like a modern hut.
Yeah. Well, at least this one wouldn't burn down. That's the problem with all those other high country huts, is that they always burn down because they're built out of like timber from way back in the day. A lot of them don't survive bushfires or even just accidents when people are trying to light a fire to keep warm. There's a cool looking building down there. That looks old. bugger. Little abandoned hut here. What's that say? Murray Valley Ski Club. It's a sweet little, seems abandoned building. Right, imagine coming here back in the day with your ski club, camped up here, looking out over the mountains and the gum trees. Beautiful. Glass windows to take in the view. I bet you these trees weren't as big. And you got the bloody wood stove to keep you warm. Let's have to try and have a peek inside. Watch for snakes. Oh. There you go. There you go, look how cool that is. I don't know if you guys can see in there very well, but timber floorboards, little kitchen area, a couple of bunks in there. How cool. I don't think she's been used in quite a few years. Beautiful brick. Like, look how ancient these bricks are. The clay is just eroding over time. Alright, Patsy's waiting for me. Getting too distracted by abandoned buildings. I reckon this will have to do for the day. We're bloody puffed out. We're not going any further.
Training at altitude, Brad.
We are training at altitude, and we've done 3 kilometers today in our altitude, and we've probably got another 2.5 to get back to the van. But
let's go all the way up there.
Yeah, we've got to follow the road up. We're not going to go back up to Mount Hotham, but what a spectacular spot to go for a little lunchtime hike. Speaking of lunch, Patsy.
What do you want, chicken tendy wraps?
I'm starving. I just want food. Oh mate, that was a slog. I better be getting Husband of the Year award for coming back, running back to the van, beating Patsy just so we can make lunch and get going. To be honest, I think I've been in the runner-up for Husband of the Year a few years in a row. Boom, boom. Chicken tendy wraps. All right, we're gonna chow down. And then we're gonna blast to the Dargo High Plains Road because we're running a little bit late. We got a little bit sidetracked today.
How cute is this lunch? Wrap, Coke, crunchy.
The best chocolate. Dargo High Plains Road awaits us. We just stopped at the start of the road. You can see it winds just down there along that valley. It's a tight, windy dirt road. We're not actually going to take the van all the way down through to Dargo, I don't think, but we are going to go mosey on this road and try and find a sweet campsite. But we are going to let our tyres down first and foremost. I'm not going to muck around because we're going to be doing some forward driving in the next few days. And I want to have as much grip as possible on this road. So I'll go down around 20, 24 on the van and 20, 18 on the car, probably even a little bit lower depending on what the conditions of the tracks are. So got my little multi-deflator and let's get deflating.
Also, this is news to me that we're not going to Dargo. I thought we were going all the way down.
Not with the van.
Oh.
No point in dragging it all the way down the hill, drag it all the way back up. when we can just drive the car down to Dargo Pub.
Okay, there you go. Usually I organise where we go, but for this Vic High Country little trip that we've been doing, Brad's taken charge. So it's actually kind of fun for me to just not know where we're going each day.
It's a long way down. Must be peak hour on the Dargo High Plains Road, because I haven't seen that much traffic in our whole Victorian high country trip than what I just saw airing down those tyres.
Here's one.
Yeah, I have a feeling this is going to be quite the popular place, but I also did see a Hotham marina come out of this road, so we should be okay. We're just going to cruise along. We're not going to try and break any speed records. About half an hour to camp, 20 k's. Just poke along, Pats. Enjoy the afternoon.
We had a bit of a hunch that this spot would be good, but mate, we did not expect this. After a few k's of rough track, we were chasing along a stunning ridgeline and somehow ended up at a place you'd reckon only exists in photos. One of those dream camps that you hear about but never actually expect to find. We could not believe our luck. Quiet, remote, and with views that honestly blew us away.
Oh my god, it got better. Oh my lord.
Oh!
I could scream right now.
Look at all the mountains.
This is insane, bro.
Holy dooly.
Uh-oh.
Holy dooly.
Okay.
Look at the ridgeline. We're camping on the edge of a cliff, literally.
This is crazy, but I've got to reverse out of here.
Here, I'll hop out and tell you where to go.
Are you thing?
Wow. What do you mean?
This is it.
I can't believe that we just bought our home up here. Like, what do you mean?
It's freaking insane. I can't believe where we are. Oh, what's the elevation? 1,500 meters. We're up in the clouds.
Wow. Bit twisted, mate.
Bit twisted up and very dusty. That road must get a flogging because it was so dusty. We're pretty twisted up here, but it's like the ultimate campsite, so you've just got to risk it. This van's probably going to move a fair bit when I unhitch it from the car, but I've just ripped that handbrake on. Have a look at this. Because I'm so angled, these tandem wheels, they twist up differently depending on the amount of load. So a lot of load is on the front one. This one's pulling this way and this one's pushing that way as we turn. So one wheel's dragging and one wheel's dragging one way and the other one's dragging the other. And you can see that by the bulge in the tyre. See how that tyre is really bulged out? GoPro probably doesn't pick it up the greatest, but that one's bulged out and this one's sucking in. So that tyre is dragging that way, this tyre is pulling this way. And when I let the pressure off the hitch pin, it's gonna correct itself a little bit. So I've chocked the other side, I've ripped the handbrake on, and the only danger really is the jockey wheel falling off this jockey plate, because if it falls off, it could potentially bend our jack up, our jacking point here, our leg, and that would be a bad time if we couldn't get the caravan off. So I'll show you how I sort of deal with this, and it's just being a little bit precautious. So I'll bring it down like that. Just think about it because I'm talking and I'm distracted. it looks pretty level, so the front of the van isn't up or down. I'll be able to correct the levelness of the van, so that's okay. So basically all I need to do now is just take some pressure off the pin and just see which way this jacking point wants to slip on the jockey block. And say if the jack wants to come this way, come in here, Patsy. Say if the jack wants to slip this way when I take the pressure off the tyres, I will correct this so that the pad is over there, so then when it slips, it still comes to the center of the pad, if that makes sense. So I'll just put it in the center there. I'll lock it out and take a bit of pressure off the pin. This is like spring loaded at the moment. Listen to that jack struggling. Jesus. Oh, hang on. It helps if you undo the pin. Told you I was distracted. I was like, I knew I forgot something.
Oh, look how you can really see that angle there.
Yeah, so now it'll come off. I was lifting the bloody back wheels off the ground there. Alright, here she comes. Whoop. Okay. It's actually not going to be too bad here, I don't think.
Oh.
See that?
Yeah.
It was really bad, but it actually settled out, not in a terrible position. But what I'll do is I'll re-hitch the car up because it's jumped straight off the pin. See, have a look here.
Oh yeah, that's how much it's moved.
It's jumped off the pin massively. So I'll reverse the car again, hitch up the car again, Patsy.
Yeah.
Take the weight off the block and then just
block. Yeah, okay.
refit the block. Okay, so I'll just readjust it and I'll account for that movement. So I'll put it more over here. Yeah, that'll be right. Now what I'll do is, because the wheels are still twisted, us moving around in the caravan can also make that, just with movement, it can shimmy that across because the pressure's still on the tyres and the suspension. What I'll do is, usually don't use the stabilizer legs on the caravan, but in this instance, to give us a bit of extra support and make sure that we're all sweet, is I'll put the stabilizer legs down and we'll be laughing, Patsy.
Look at you.
It might be the second time I think I've put the stabilizer legs down on the caravan.
This is the most effort ever I've seen Brad put into unhitching and setting up a campsite, so you know it's a good one when he's putting this much effort into it.
I'm a very lazy caravanner. What a night, mate.
Mate, I'm just in disbelief. We're that high up in the sky that we're spotting the International Space Station.
Footy's on. There's astronauts just over here watching Vossi live on Fox Sports. How cool is that?
We've got both forms of bush TV right now.
Bush telly on here. We've got Starlink bringing it to you live, and we're about to cook some chicken burgers up. Let's go. Mate, look at this. This is how we do chicken burgers. Usually not with these long Turkish rolls. Usually we get the brioche buns, but we couldn't get them where we shopped. But chicken thighs, this Moroccan seasoning from Woolworths, that's the best on chicken burgers. Load it up. I've already got all our fixings over here, Patsy. Mayo, essential. Cheese, essential. hot sauce, essential, pickles, essential, and lettuce and tomato. What a night, eh?
Look at this.
We are living. Someone called Barry. Full moon and everything. Now we're super lucky because this spot is about to close. All these roads around here, a lot of roads close for the winter because they get snow around here, so they lock it all off so people don't make a mess in here. But yeah, we're very lucky because this will be closed for 6 months and no one will be able to enjoy this for 6 whole months of the year. So feeling very fortunate that we made it up here just in time, Patsy.
Just want to say a huge thanks to all the legends who've bought us a beer this week. You've gone the extra mile to support our videos, and your generosity allows us to live this crazy lifestyle and continue making epic videos for you to enjoy. Cheers.
Well, this is something I've been wanting to do for quite a long time, but I've never really needed to do it until now. So we tried to fill up in Omeo the other day, our caravan water tanks. We got about halfway done and I was told to stop because the owner of the service station didn't want me to fill up there, even though the service station attendant told me to fill up. So we're left with a bit of a deficit of water, and there's not a lot of areas to fill up water around here. We don't need drinking water, we just want water for showers and stuff. Like, it's always better to have, it's always, bless you Patsy, it's always better to have more than not enough, I reckon. And we're just driving down to Dargo and we saw this beautiful freshwater stream just running out of the mountain here. So I'm going to use our pump kit and drag about 70 litres of water through the pump and into the car, and then we've got some fresh water we can use for the rest of our stay up here. I've just got a little filter on the end there. I'll throw that in the water. Throw that down there. And then I'll plug this coil hose into there, open the valve, and we're ready to pump.
Whoa!
That's water, mate.
Whoa! Don't spray me.
And that's like the freshest water I reckon you could possibly get. We won't use it for drinking. I will treat it because I've got some tablets back at the van that we can use to just kill any bacteria in it, but we've got enough drinking water in our drinking water tank. Because our caravan has a separate drinking water tank, we always use that tank last in case we find ourselves in a situation like this where we're potentially run out of water. So this will just be used for cleaning and bathing. Hey?
I've never heard someone say bathing before.
Look at that. 70 litres. That took like maybe 5 minutes.
Now I can wash my hair.
Yep. You can wash whatever you want.
Well, you can't come to the high country without stopping in at the Dargo Pub. It's an absolute icon, and not just for the cold beers and cracking feed, although the loaded palmies definitely lived up to the hype.
That, mate.
This place is full of stories. It has that classic country pub atmosphere that hasn't changed in decades. Old photos on the walls, names scratched into the bar, and knickknacks hung up on the walls that have been brought in from all over the world. It's the perfect spot to refuel before heading deeper into the hills, and that's exactly what we're about to do. Just up the track is what's left of the old gold rush town of Grant, once booming, now barely a trace. We were keen to check it out and see what history is still kicking about out there.
What's happening?
I think we've got a flat. 17 PSI is not what I had that tyre set to. It feels flat too. Any way to pull over? Does that look flat to you?
Is it the back one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bloody hell. We just took a little detour. We want to go into the old gold mining town in here, and not the way you want to spend your Saturday. Anyway, we'll get it figured out. Sounds like it's just just been punctured somewhere. You could hear it.
Yeah.
So I'll just roll back. I might be able to fix it without even taking it off the car. That's not a good one.
Oh no.
There goes $500.
Damn it.
Can't repair a sidewall. We're doing so well.
She almost made it.
Alright, well I'm gonna have to rip this off and put the spare on. Oh, that's been in there since Darwin, I think. It's got a bit of meat on it. And it's inflated, which is good. Not getting under that car with that jack like that. Take a bit of breeze out to fit this chunky one under. That tyre pressure monitor saved us, eh? That alerted to us to that tyre going flat, and it's still got air in it. Like, we wouldn't have known that was flat until we probably got to that mine site. The little TPMS alerted us to that issue. Thankfully, give us enough time to, you know, find a safe spot to pull over and get it sorted before it actually become a real problem. And yes, we do not have a little impact gun. We've travelled 2.5 years, done everything with hand tools. Old school, mate. Old school or tight ass? Probably tight ass. Tight ass travels. Yeah, sweet. All right. I'll drop that jack down now.
Oh, darling.
This car really
Look
does
at
need
you.
this.
Oh no.
You carry one of these little puncture repair kits, and let's say this tyre was buggered as well, I could actually repair this and just to limp us and get us out of trouble. It can't, this little, it's just called a plug repair kit, like a tyre plug repair kit. It's these little like tar filled ropes, but you use this tool, clean out the, where the damaged side is, then you get this tool and you put one of these bits of rope in through this tool and you plunge that into the tyre and then pull it out, and the rope will stay in there, and you can just sort of plug the tyre up to get yourself out of trouble. So this, well, I could have used this today to save stuffing around, but I got a spare tyre, so I threw that one on. But yeah, definitely if you're traveling around Australia or just forward driving in general, one of these kits can really get you out of trouble, and I have got myself out of trouble with that before. That tyre's buggered. Where did that come out? That came out this way, hey? Oh.
This is the old township of Grant, once a booming gold rush town with over 2,000 people living up here in the late 1800s. Back then, this place had everything: pubs, banks, and even a hospital, all perched on a remote ridgeline up in the middle of nowhere. But like most gold towns, when the rush dried up, so did the people. Places like this are a great spot to stop and reflect. Imagine carving out a life in the thick of the bush, chasing a shot at gold. The cold, the isolation, the rough conditions, all for the slim chance of striking it rich. Even though the town's long gone, there's still something about this place, like the bush is holding on to its story.
Hey guys, we hope you're enjoying the video so far, and if you are, we would love if you could please just take a quick 5 seconds to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. It's completely free to do and it helps us out so much. We have so many exciting things coming up in the next few episodes and we would hate for you to miss them. So subscribe and let's go back to the episode.
Well, I've just come out for a quick little afternoon recce slash bit of exercise, taking the bike out for a run, and I just think this e-mountain bike not only is fun for trails, but it's also a great recon device. Like, I've just travelled 8 kilometres down this down into this gully from where we're camping down to an old gold mining site called Mayford. And it took me 25 minutes to get down here, 8.2 kilometres. Whereas in a 4-wheel drive, coming down that steep hill, would take you at least an hour, I reckon. It's going to take me a long time to get back up, but I'm out here enjoying some fitness. But how awesome is this? If I didn't have this bike, we wouldn't have come down here. There's this beautiful deep pool here. You can camp along here. Couldn't bring the van down here, just far too steep, but it's just gorgeous. Have a go at it. What an afternoon for it. Big deep pool just in here. Beautiful. I think it's going to be very hard to resist a swim. I just hope there's no one around because I didn't bring my dickies. note to self, don't ride your bike 720 metres downhill and expect it to be easy to get up. 1k in, 7 to go. You idiot. Nice view, but oh, still going up. That is not good. We are almost out of battery. I'm still about 2k's away from camp. Whew. Got to make it there before the sunset. Patty and I are supposed to have a bit of a date night tonight. I'm also gonna probably upset her because after going for a ride down that track, I realised that it's very rocky, very sharp, very steep, and that's pretty harsh on tyres. And the main goal of ours for this Vic High Country trip was to go to the Blue Rag or do the Billy Goes Bluff, one of those iconic four-wheel drive tracks. But really, just after that ride, I think we're going to be pushing our luck not having a spare tyre, because if we do a tyre on that track, the potential to roll, the potential for things to go wrong are really high. We really can't afford that now. Now, usually we just run into the nearest town, get a tyre, happy days, but we've got to bounce to Queensland in like 2 days. I'm gonna break the news to her that we're not gonna be doing the Blue Rag tomorrow like we planned. Just err on the side of caution, and yeah, we'll have to come back for it. It's just the way the cookie crumbles, unfortunately. But anyway, see how she takes it when I get back to camp. I'm late for date night, and I'm gonna upset her with the cancellation of forward driving plans. Wish me luck. Made it in time for the sunset. Oh, you started date night without me. I'm sorry.
I finished it. It's been a goal.
I made it back before sunset, guys. Check that out. Oh my God. Oh, full zoom. Hang on. There she is. Just back before the sunset. That was the goal. How about the night on it? Absolutely gorgeous once again. All right, I'll get a fire going for you, darling. The sunrises and the sunsets here have been nothing short of spectacular, and I think this morning just tops it as #1. Have a go at the clouds down there in the valley. It's awesome. Bit of smoke in the air as well this morning, which makes that sun really red on the horizon. Just stunning. But anyway, it's moving day for us today, so we're just having a quick coffee, and then we'll start packing our gear up and making our way out of here. Don't really have much of a plan. As I said in the last few videos, we've got to be in Queensland pretty soon, so we'll mosey our way on up there, and if anything happens, you'll know about it. wedgie.
That
No
just
joke.
has to be right up there.
Oh yeah, sunsets, sunrises every night. Except for last night where a really heavy fog rolled in, which was kind of cool nonetheless.
It was so cool because this morning we woke up and we were literally above the clouds.
Oh,
I've never had that perspective before except for when I've been on an aeroplane.
awesome experience, eh? Just a few weeks, this whole place will shut down and no one will be able to visit here for 6 months. So it's cool that we got to experience it. We'll be at Hotham in a few months' time, looking back over the ranges, looking at where we camped. It's probably going to be blanketed in snow. Unfortunately, that was the only thing left on our bingo card for this Vic High Country trip, was to hopefully see some early snow, but it didn't happen.
But that's why we're coming back in a few months. We're
Yep.
going to do all of the snow camping that we can, all of the skiing. It's going to be very exciting.
I'll guarantee it. There'll be snow in the next Vic High Country episode.
Well, we have just aired back up the tyres.
Yeah.
Look how dirty the van is.
Filthy. That the bull dust on that track was pretty good. Even though it was only a 20-kilometre track, it managed to get everywhere. But we scraped, but we scraped through. Didn't pop any more tyres. All the other tyres looked pretty good. So I think it was just a sort of a freak accident, you know,
Yeah.
just a bugger.
But it's such a shame because our Vic High Country journey is ending here. There was still so much more to see, but we're gonna have to save it for another time because we have got some very exciting news. We bought a new car.
I still won't believe it until I see it.
Well, literally, it's we bought it a little bit ago and it's finally ready. So we've got to make the mad dash back up to Queensland to pick up this car in like a couple days time. So
It's very exciting.
yeah, so exciting, but it means that we've got to wrap up this Vic High Country adventure. Still so much that we didn't do, but that's okay because we'll do it next time. We'll get to do it in the new rig.
Oh, I can't wait for this new rig, guys. It's going to blow your mind.
Wait,
It's going to blow my mind. It's very exciting. There's been a lot of moving parts throughout our Victorian adventures, but I think that we're there and we're about to see it all come together. It's going to be so awesome. But yeah, also thank you so much to all the viewers on the Victorian videos. You guys have loved them. We love Victoria. We've loved making them. It's been unreal. Yeah, the support on the Victorian stuff has been awesome.
Yeah, we love it, and we can't wait to get back down here with the new rig because we've got
it's
lots
gonna
of
be epic.
unfinished business. So
Yep.
yeah, stay tuned for all of that and we'll see you in the next video.
Bye, guys.
Thanks for watching.